I want to tell you about something about me that I think most people can relate to. We all have a dominant arm, and as hitters, sometimes the dominant arm can kind of take over, and I want to teach you how to work on the non-dominant arm, and for me is my left arm, and I call it my lucky fin. So as a lefty, that's my top hand, that's my back arm, and a lot of times when I first started hitting on the left side, I would pull everything because my dominant arm would try to take over. So I want to teach you a little drill that I like to work on to just work on being loose and whippy with my back arm. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have your head over your back knee, and you're gonna have your front foot almost facing, so for me as a lefty, it's towards the shortstop, but for you righties, it's gonna face the second baseman to kind of like make sure my hips are facing the ball because that's where I wanna hit it. So you're gonna hold, basically, I would recommend a smaller bat, but if you don't have one, just choke up on your normal bat, and you're gonna hold it almost in its ready position, and your goal is to be able to get to and through contact as fast as humanly possible, and it's gonna require you to drive your elbow to your belly button and really snap through, okay? So I would say, honestly, you're probably gonna wanna grip really tight when you do this, but there's no way, shape, or form you're gonna be able to snap your barrel through the zone if you do. So try to think of your hands and your fingertips and then snap through. I kind of pulled that one. So I'm gonna really think left side of the field right now and work through. So that's a simple drill that you can work on. I wanna isolate just the arms because sometimes we can kind of overcompensate with our legs and our arms have not a great path because of that. So isolating just your arms by being on one knee is going to be tougher than it looks, but do your best. It's going to probably stink at first, but the more you work on it, the better, the faster your hands will become. All right, good luck with your lucky fin. So now we're going to upgrade to a drill that really is going to work on bat speed while holding the bat with two hands. So this one, it was taught to me by my college coach, is called pop to contact. So basically you're going to do a full swing, but you're going to stop as soon as you make contact, okay? So this one's really emphasizing how much speed can you gain to the ball and not really working on any sort of emphasis after the ball at this point. So we're going to get to that ball as fast as we can, and we're going to hold this position. So if you have never done this before, your forearms are probably not going to be as prepared to be able to stop at contact, so you may finish through. But my challenge for you is if you do that, if you accidentally go through a little bit further, I want you to come back to where you want to be at contact so you can see and make sure that your head's behind the tee, your hands are above your barrel, and you're in a really balanced position. So the key is try to see how humanly possible fast, how fast as humanly possible you can get to this ball and try to stop. I am intentionally really squeezing my core right now to help me do that, but basically that ball is trying to bounce off our bat and we must be stable in order for that to happen. As pop to contact is the drill. Now go rock it. We're going to be working on pop to point. So this is a progression to make sure we're not only getting to the ball fast, now we're going to work on whipping that barrel through as well. So last week we got to contact and we stopped here, but now we're going to allow our arms to get through it. Our head should be over our back knee the whole time, and we should not be shifting our weight forward. So what you're going to do is you're going to work on how fast can you snap that barrel, not just to it, but now we're going to extend into the extension position after I hit it. Good, so I popped up on that one, so I got the lower half of the ball, but the key is when you're at extension, your palm should be palm up, palm down, your head is behind the ball. I have also taught this drill as extension before, so it's the extension drill, but basically, if we're progressing from last week, it is pop and point. Pointing, trying to get there as fast as possible, keep your head down, let the ball fly. All right, so this week I really want to teach you about not just a drill, but how to apply a drill to an actual lesson or just a hitting practice that you have. But now I'm going to actually show you how to add it to your progression as a hitter, so you're not just doing drills and not knowing how to implement it into your full swing. So this is going to be super simple, but basically you're going to take 10 swings, start with pop to point, and then take a regular swing. You're just going to alternate between the two so you can try to recreate what the drill is doing into your full swing. So I'm going to start with pop to point. Good, I definitely just pulled this big time, so as I take my full swing next, I'm going to really work on keeping my hands tight. Good, so that last swing kind of taught me a little bit. I'm going to work up the middle here. That was better than my last one. And I'm going to finish with one more full swing. I'm gonna really try to get through it like I did on that last rep. Good, so that's kind of how you can, like, literally just said good to myself, but that's kind of how you can go through a hitting session. It doesn't have to be, you know, just drills all the time. It's how can you apply the drills to your full swing. So that's a really good feedback, you know, little way to kind of go through it. And I really liked kind of talking about how I went through it, so you can kind of talk to yourself in maybe the same way. If you pop up, really make an adjustment on getting on top of the next one. That's how you kind of work through things. That's how you work through adjustments, and that's how you should be hitting. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this.